Welcome back again, everyone. So I've started chopping up my bell peppers to make my steak tacos. So I started with the bell peppers first. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting some onions. And I'm going to saute these separately from the steak. And I'm going to make some rice, cilantro rice, and to go with it, some lettuce, some guacamole, and with sour cream and all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start preparing it, and I'm going to show you the process that I take. I've already started doing some lettuce washed. Have my cilantro soaking to get all the little mites off, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the steak up as well. I already marinated my steak. The funny thing, I marinate my steak first, then I slice them very thin, then I saute them for maybe no more than 8 minutes or so. I like them well done, and that's basically it. And I'll show you the process. So this is my ribeye steaks. I have 3 pieces here. I'm going to start cutting them up in thin slices. I'm going to try to get them thin as possible. I marinated them in this bag. They was frozen when I did it, so they could sit out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and slice my steak up. The reason why it's looking like that because it's already marinated. So I'm going to cut them in thin slices. I'm trying to go against the grain. Cooks much faster, especially once it's marinated, because the marinade kind of tenderizes it. So because I'm making my olive oil's finished, I gotta open the other one. Because I'm making soft tacos, I already preheated my oven. I'm gonna just keep it on like 200, 250 to keep my flour tortilla bread soft and warm, and not on the cold side when I'm serving it. And then some of them I am going to eat on top of the stove in the pot because I like mine's kind of crispy. The kids, they don't care, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that. So I already have that in the oven, and matter of fact, I can show you some of that right about now. And these are in the oven, keeping warm. And I'm going to go ahead and start sauteing those onions and bell peppers. I do have a little bit of jalapeno pepper and garlic in this, so I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. And the only thing I'm going to add to this, salt, pepper, and cilantro. Nothing more. That's it. A little bit of cilantro, not a lot. And fresh cilantro at that. Okay, guys, so this is what it's looking like. And it's pretty much done. Some of the onions still need to be done, but it's getting the way I want it to be. And I did add cilantro to it. I chopped it up. I don't need a lot because I'm going to have it in the rice. Okay. So I'm going to start off with my steak. Okay, so this round of steak is finished. And I'm going to put the other batch in because I can't put everything in all at once because what it's going to do is it's just going to boil, and I don't want it to boil. I want it to have like a stir fry, and this is the last batch. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I did do some black beans. I already started those way early because I didn't want to have to do too much all at the same time. So this is what my black beans are looking like. And fully cooked. All I did was add some sofrito to it and a little bit of garlic pepper. No salt because it's already had its own. So alright guys, I went ahead and chopped up some scallion off camera because I got a lot going on here. And what I am gonna do is get my avocado in the bowl first with the tomato, bell pepper, and jalapeno pepper. So I think I got a piece of that thing in there. Go ahead and score it again, and it makes it much more easier. Using a big spoon because it gets everything out right. And I got lucky this time with the avocados, some real firm ones, but they're ripe, they're ready. And I have one more to go. Okay, so I already chopped up everything that I need. So all I'm gonna do is add these to the tomato, avocado, all of that. I have the scallion here, I'm gonna put that in first. But there's a trick, I don't have to do a lot with this. And for the simple fact that I'm gonna go ahead, add my salt. I have coarse salt. Everybody put their lime after, but I put a little in first. And I'm gonna go ahead and smush it with this, which make my life so much easier than people think. Not all the way. I don't want it fully mushed out. And then I'm just gonna mix this in. And with this said, I'm gonna go ahead and add my cilantro. But this is the best part, the black pepper. If you don't get enough black pepper in, okay. So the secret is actually black pepper. Black pepper, lime. That's what make it good. And cilantro, don't forget that. Guacamole for me. Everyone is different. Sometimes I use no tomatoes. I just use red onions, especially if it's just me alone, and a lot of jalapeno. If I'm the only one eating it because I have children, I can't put exactly what some of the things that I would put in my guacamole. It's okay, everyone. With my children, they like rice in their taco, burrito. This, what I'm making, it could be taco, but burrito, fajita, whatever you want to call it, it is what it is. I'm just making dinner. So I have my rice already cooked. It's looking a little orangey. That's butter. I put a little butter in it just to keep it moist. And what I do have is a little bit of cilantro I'm going to add to this. I put a little bit of salt, not too much salt because everything is well seasoned. So all I have to do now is add my cilantro and mix it in well to my rice. And oh shit, I'm throwing away everything. By me doing this, sometimes my kids don't miss Chipotle at all. They don't complain, never. They actually like this better. So sometimes I do try to mimic the Chipotle chicken, and it turns out fine sometimes. Most of the time it does. And the thing is, once you're cooking your dinner, that's all that matters. It's coming from your hands and your heart. So, and this is what it's looking like. And I have my rice done. I have my sauteed bell peppers and red onions. I had a little bit of garlic and jalapeno to it for spice, and I'm gonna go ahead and make this guacamole in a minute. So here we go again. This is what my spread is looking like, and I'm gonna go ahead and plate this. And I want you guys to see, this is all that I've made. And I'm gonna go ahead and make these tacos. And like I said, I do add rice to mine. Once you do that with the beans and rice, some people would consider burrito. Some people call it fajita because it's steak, whatever. Because I have the sauteed onions and bell peppers, but that's okay. To each his own. I'm gonna go ahead and plate this for you guys. So I always start off with the rice first, and I'll go ahead and put a little bit of rice. And I do have a taco stand. That's why it seems like it's going in easy. Really and truly, it's not easy if you don't have one. And then I have some beans here, and I'm going to put a little of the beans on top. Let's scoot this over so you guys can see more what I'm doing. And I'm going to put some of the beans, not too much, because by the time I'm finished, it's going to be loaded. And yes, they're floured, but they're kind of crispy because I put a little bit of olive oil on them and place them in the oven. And for each of these, I'm going to add just a little. I made a lot, but it could last for another day. I could probably make some chicken tomorrow or something with it, or for lunch more like it. And I'll start off with that. Now, well, the most important part is the steak. So I'm going to try to find some small pieces to put in here, and they're tender because they've been marinating since this morning. Once I got in, like I said, it was frozen when I took them out the freezer, and I just went ahead and seasoned them. Get this fat off. And I think that's it. This is what my steak tacos look like.